Hey folks, Quillykin here, and welcome to another Let's Play for Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. It is still really good. I think our last Let's Play confirmed that this is a fantastic, stupendous game. On the other hand, on our Librarian difficulty, we did have a little bit of hard time in the early game, but then we started to snowball. Now, of course, that's pretty common with a lot of 4X games, right? The hardest thing, even in Civ 6, for example, is surviving the early game when you're in high difficulty, and then after that, you tend to be okay. Well, we're going to crank up the difficulty and see how it works. We're going to go make random map, large planet once again. I'm going to go all the way to Transcend difficulty. Now, probably we're going to lose, but at least it'll keep it interesting. I'm going to make one small change to our rules here. So last time we played with the standard rules, which included having blind research on, we are going to go ahead and turn that off. That'll make it a little bit easier on Transcend because we're going to be able to pick and choose our tech path. And we are going to be playing as the Morganites. Now, I'm not sure, in terms of power scale, I actually don't know where the Morganites lie. They do produce a lot of extra energy quite easily because they have an innate +1 to economy, which is really quite potent. On the other hand, they are limited to their starting city size until they get a hab complex to only size 4 instead of 7, which is a pretty substantial difference. On the other hand, when you're playing on Transcend difficulty, there is so much unhappiness or, drone generation in your cities that you really can't grow your cities very big early on anyway. So perhaps the Morganite penalty, which is very noticeable and annoying on lower difficulties, it may not be as much of an issue on the higher difficulties in a weird way. I've spoken before, I really enjoy Morgan's quotes in this game. Even though Yang might have like one of the best ones with like the recycling tank. Everyone loves that one. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and it tends to give you a, wait, what? The first time you hear it. But I think Morgan's got the best overall. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to do that. And if we do end up being near someone quite near the start, we'll probably try to do an early blitz, which I could have done in the university game. I think there was a great timing window to take out Yang a lot earlier than we ultimately did. But we'll see if we can do that this time around. Anyway, he's got a quote to read, so...
Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep thrumming of our common pulse. CEO Nwabuda K. Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Alrighty. Let's hop in. Oh, we got a lot of Unity pods around. Hopefully one of them pops a monolith for us. That's going to make the early game a lot easier. Whew. Okay, so as the Morganites, let's take a quick look at the social engineering screen here to see what the deal is. So we start with an innate +1 economy and a -1 support. Now at +1 economy, we get 1 extra energy at each base, which actually at the start of the game, and well, you don't have much population, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. The big thing is that +2 economy, you get 1 extra energy in every square. Now again, that might not matter too much right at the start of the game because the population is so low, that might not add up to too many extra energies, although it's still going to be nice. Now, for most factions, to be able to get the +2 economy early on, what they're really looking to do probably is run, what's it called? Free market right over here. The thing is with that is it's got some pretty significant penalties, right? It's like +2 economy, but it's like -5 police, -3 planet. You can run it temporarily, but at some point you got to switch out of it. Now, as the Morganites, we get a slightly better path to the +2 economy, which gives us, again, +1 energy in every square, which is we can run wealth. Wealth gives you +1 economy. We have the baseline +1, so we get that going on a lot easier. The -1 support is kind of annoying. Normally, at the start, you start with 0 baseline support, which means you get 2 military units at each base that for free. Sorry, not just military units, just units in general, so formers, etc., etc. And if we go above that support limit, then the town starts to lose minerals. It has to pay minerals to upkeep things. So we can only do 1 per base, which is probably going to be the police unit. And then after that, like if we get formers or anything like that, it's going to start to chew into our mineral production. So it's going to be, oops, sorry, I just bumped the mic, my bad. So it's going to be really important that we get crawlers this game and actually try to use them effectively, which is something I didn't really do last game. But yeah, we're going to need it because we're going to have to offset this the support cost early on by having these supply crawlers. I might have said formers. The supply crawlers to send extra minerals to the city. And I think in the late game we can probably make a switch to sending energy instead. But we've got that. We also start with bonus energy, and like I said, as the Morganites here, we also start with the limit on our cities being 4 before the Hab complex. But yeah, it is going to be quite rough. We only got 1 citizen here for free without drones. If we get our city to size 2, it's going to have a drone, which means we have to turn that drone into a specialist to not have a drone riot, or have at least 1 police unit. So with a police unit, which is right now we have a limit of 1, I think, on that, we can have 2 people without drones. But if we get a 3rd person, again, that one's going to have to be a specialist, which means they're not going to contribute to anything. So we have a practical size limit of 2 for our cities right now, because the 3rd person doesn't do anything except eat extra food. On the other hand, if we're going to be making supply or colony pods to expand, that eats a population. So obviously we're still going to want some growth. Our starting production's not great at 1 food, 1 energy tile. Hopefully we can improve on that quite quickly. I am going to do the scout patrol first. We don't have access to formers. Colony pod would take 15 turns, which we need to let the city grow 1 time before we can colony pod. Now we do have money, which means we can hurry a bunch of things. And I think, in fact, I will hurry the scout patrol. And then we're going to let another scout patrol get started after that. It's going to be fine. Oh, actually, I was sort of paying a premium here because we were paying 4 credits per mineral instead of 2. Well, 2 and a bit for units because we didn't have 10 minerals in here. I think it's still okay to accelerate that a bit. Now, I don't know if there's any protection against spawning mindworms from Unity pods when you start the game, because that is one of the possible outcomes over here, and it would be kind of annoying. But, I mean, we're going to have to pop these, so let's do that.
Pod recovered.
Alien artifact. Now, this isn't going to do anything for us anymore. This would have been really good to get immediately as the university, because you send the alien artifact to a city with a network node and get a free tech, or a city building a wonder, and then it can add some production to it. But it's going to be a little while before we can get a network node, but I guess that's the way it's going to be. I'm tempted to pop this goodie hut with our colony pod. You know what? I'm going to do it.
Pod recovered.
Oh, a Unity foil. Oh, so we're going to start scouting at the sea. I was going to do it because it's turn 1. I could just restart if it does something really, really terrible. All right, we get to pick our tech that we're going to research towards here. We're not just setting vague sort of directions. We actually get to pick the tech. Now, this list is all the techs that are available. Like, we have all the prerequisites for these technologies. However, even with the non-blind research, it doesn't show you every tech that's available every time. So if I take Centauri ecology here, when we finish this and we get a new list of tech, the next time doctrine mobility might not be on there. I don't know what the rules for that are. It doesn't seem to show you every tech every time. Now, our priorities here, certainly Centauri ecology, we need the formers ASAP. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It would be great to get Secrets of the Human Brain for the free tech up, but we don't have any prereqs for that, so I don't think, because we're going to have to get, I think, 3 techs. Biogenetics, one other thing. Oh yeah, social psych over here. I think we got to get both those, then Secrets of the Human Brain, and then we'll get the free tech out of that. But we'd have to research 3 things. Recycling tanks early on would be nice, but other than that, it doesn't help us as quickly. The rec commons are only going to matter when we try to grow our cities. I think what might be most valuable. We are going to start with Centauri ecology, but I think we want to get ourselves to industrial automation ASAP. That will unlock wealth for us, which is going to be really good. It also unlocks supply crawlers, which is wonderful, and I think there's something else at that level too that's really amazing. We could also get some early information networks, which would be kind of nice because that would get us their network nodes. Actually, we are going to have to do this for industrial automation now that I think about it, because if we check industrial automations, we need planetary networks, which gives us probe teams, and that also requires information networks, which is the network nodes. So if I don't care specifically about what industrial economics gives us, we could go for information networks first, which seems like an okay idea. But in any case, Centauri ecology, that's kind of a no-brainer, I think. I'm going to do the thing again where I set the governors active to manage population. But right now there's nothing to do anyway. This is certainly the correct tile to work. We're going to see if we can improviate on that as soon as possible. Okay, let's go out here. I'm still going to go forward with this pod. If we do happen to have spawned right next to another faction, they could go and snag that. I think there are a few turns before mindworms start to just appear in the wild, so hopefully we can hold tight on that. And yeah, I'm just going to sit the network node in here, or not the network node, the alien artifact. Although one thing we're going to have to be careful about, it's going to be really important for us to not forget that this city, because it looks like it's defended, it's got a unit in here because of solid color, but it's not actually a military unit. So, have to keep a bit of an eye on that. Nutrient resources are nice early on. I'm going to be focusing on the coast first here. Okay, this is the scout patrol I built. Yeah, you hold tight. This one here, you see how it says independent? As opposed to this one that says Morgan Industries? That's because this one here doesn't actually require any supply, and I really don't want to get this guy killed. So ideally I might keep him parked in the city. But I think we've got to pop the Unity pods first. See, this is very much what I was worried about. Okay, I'm going to move you over here, and hopefully they go for this one instead of the one that's free. I'm still going to take risks with the colony pod.
Turn complete.
Oh, it looks like we're going to win that battle, which is surprising to me. Oh, it was a hatchling, although it attacked. When it attacks, it's got 3-2 advantage, but I guess the hatchlings are so weak to start off with. Okay, well, go into the city to heal. Now, one thing this game is I'm going to be a lot less paranoid about overlapping my cities, because it really only matters when this population get to max size. Now, we did actually grow our cities pretty aggressively as University. I don't know if we'll be able to do that quite as aggressively here as Morgan. Having overlap is, things are closer, it's a little safer, there's less of an efficiency penalty from being far from the capital. I actually think what I might do is settle in that tile right over there. So it will give us some overlap with Morgan Industries, but I think that's going to be fine. And the thing is, this is a crap garbage tile right here. The only thing it'd be good for is making a forest, so we may as well settle on it. We'll probably still forest a lot of these other tiles too, but let's get you going. Morgan Collections. And, oh yeah, there we go. Tied on the same turn for founding a second city. Good production over here. That's great. We get a 2 food tile right away. Now, I did queue up the synth metal sentinels. These guys have a defense of 2. I think what I might do, though, is... because right now we're really only afraid of mindworms, so I think what I'll do is I'll build the scout patrol over here, because it's going to be just as good for defending against mindworms, and it's going to finish a lot faster. Yeah, you just heal in here. You're going to come back this way.
Production complete.
Morgan Industries, scout patrol. Where's your growth at? 15 turns, which... right now the colony pod says 30. Oh, because... oops. All right. Go, because we were paying on maintenance here, so we've lost half our production. I wonder how close we are to getting the tech. Although I can just cycle through. I'm going to start doing the colony pod. Yeah, actually, we're going to get tech pretty quick.
Planet's atmosphere,
in fact, we're getting it now.
Gasping death to humans and most animals is paradise for earth plants. The high nitrate content of the soil and the rich yellow sunlight bring an abundant harvest wherever adjustments can be made for the unusual soil conditions. Lady Deidre Sky, the comparative biology of planet.
Gonna get both cities to make a former. That's gonna be really important.
Bot recovered.
Oh, another Unity foil. Okay, well, our sea exploration is definitely in good place. Yeah, so I'm not as afraid of those guys dying. But this one here is the free one. I'm going to keep it in the city. Oh, great. We got a monolith here. Yes, work that tile. 2-2-2. Huge difference. That's really nice.
Turn complete.
Could even put these guys on auto explore, really. Oh man, that's some pawns. All right, pop this.
Recovered.
That's a bit risky. Oh, I gotta remember I got money. Although, ideally, yeah, I'd like these guys to finish their top row, so we'd be able to buy them as efficiently as possible. On the other hand, buying one immediately... yeah, let's hurry this one.
Confirmation.
Because this is working... Morgan Industries is working a good tile over here. This Morgan Collections could be improved, because we can't improve the monolith tile. Although what we can make sure to do is send our military units there so they all get a level up.
Turn complete.
The righteous need
Ooh, that was quick.
power before the drumbeat of human progress. Though the song of yesterday fades into the challenge of tomorrow, God still watches and judges us.
I'm going to rush industrial
Evil
automation still.
lurks in the data links, as it lurked in the streets of yesteryear. But it was never the streets that were evil. Sister Miriam Godwinson, The Blessed Struggle.
Invalid command. Turn recovered.
Whoa! That's a bunch of them. Oh, we got ourselves a
Turn
battle ogre.
complete.
So what I'm going to do is drop you off there. So battle ogres are funky units because they don't... I don't think they can heal. They're really strong early on. They're like 6 attack, 3 defense. It's all resonance. They even got the police marker, actually. So if we stuck that in the city, it would be great support. It also is independent. Yeah, we really don't want it to die. Because, I don't think it can heal. Okay, so currently we're working this tile here, which makes sense. It's rolling and rainy, so that's 2 food because it's rainy. It's 1 mineral because it's raining, because it's rolling. The river gives it energy over here as well, +1 energy. So what we want to do, excuse me, is we want to build a farm, and then we can either build a solar panel or a mine. Now, last game, I made a mistake. Well, yeah, well, no, sort of. It was a mistake because I built a mine and a farm first. I'd forgotten that the mine lowers the nutrients by 1. So here, maybe, because growth is so important, I'd want to do solar panel plus farm. The thing is, currently we are capped on getting 2 nutrients per tile. This is already at a 2. If I build a farm here, it theoretically sets the mineral or the food output here to 3, but we can't actually exploit that. Not in addition to that, a solar panel here would give us +1 energy on the square, but yeah, I mean, +1 energy is fine, but it would be nicer if it was high elevation, because the solar panels give you extra energy for elevation, although again we're still capped at a 2. What I'm thinking of doing instead is mining and farming here. So the mine would lower the nutrient output here to 1, but the farm would bring it up back to 2, which is still our cap. Getting some extra minerals early on seems like a great thing, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit... I'll hit Control-Shift-M, which will build... Interesting, it's building the mine first. Because that command says farm plus mine plus road. I'm wondering if it's building the mine first because it knows that the farm would... like not be useful yet because it goes over our cap. I was going to build the farm first anyway, just because even though it's not useful, that means we won't sit at 1 food for a while. That being said, you know what? Actually, I do like the mine first. Because, I mean, growth is good, but we don't technically need the growth right this second. Okay, this is the independent one. What I'm actually going to do is park it back over there.
Turn complete.
Guyon's got the secrets of human brain. Yeah, I think they start with one of the prereqs. And of course, on this high difficulty, they will start with more stuff. Okay, I've got one moving here. I'm going to move you here, because remember, it doesn't actually have a garrison. That's just the alien artifact. More life forms. That's kind of annoying. Another network thing. Okay, well, I'm happy that we're getting the network node tech. Although I was kind of hoping to spam out colony pods first. But now I'm like, maybe it does make sense to sidetrack to, or like build some network nodes earlier than expected, just on the basis that we will get a lot of value.
Pod recovered.
Hey, Unity rover. Oh, there's all our scouting needs on this extra little piece of land.
Data pod recovered.
Data pod. Oh! Frequency to the Guyans. Hello. Yeah, actually, it would be nice to have more communication. Yes, we'd like a treaty of friendship. I don't suppose Law would be interested in the same thing, would they? I don't really want the map of Gaian territory, I don't think. I'm gonna say no, because this would be ideal, is doing some
if you can
tech swaps.
A better way of life than office holding for your future rulers, a well-governed city becomes
and then
a
friendship.
possibility. For only in such a state will those rule who are truly rich,
Turn
not in
complete.
gold, but in the wealth that makes happiness, a good and wise life. Plato, The Republic, Data Links.
So the hope now is that maybe there's no one around us. We do want to meet people early on to enable some tech trading and stuff. But now we've got some contacts and we might be able to talk to them for more comm links. Now I just want the space to be able to do solo expansion. Okay, sonar pod for some vision. Not the most exciting thing, but I guess it's fine. Okay, let's move you down over here. You need to stay in this. so that whenever this grows, there'll be some police force.
Life form.
You can't attack the life form, so you just need to run away. Now, at sea, there's no difference between who attacks and who defends for psi combat. But I'd still
If
rather not be attacked.
Society seems more nihilistic than that of previous eras. Perhaps this is simply a sign of our maturity as a sentient species. As our collective consciousness expands beyond a crucial point, we are at last ready to accept life's fundamental truth, that life's only purpose is life itself. Chairman Shen Jiyang, looking God in the eye.
So ethical calculus would still be nice. We might run democratic. The children's creche is really useful. Growth efficiency, and you get the morale to offset some of the morale stuff we're going to run. But we're going to go with industrial economics. We're looking for industrial automation still. It's going to be a big deal for us.
Nutrient resources.
Okay, we are definitely going to make sure... You know what? We actually might send this colony pod to this other continent so we can start expanding there. Do I want to keep popping these pods? It risks our Unity foil, but...
Pod recovered.
Another alien artifact. Okay. Well, that's interesting. You know what? I know you were going here for scouting, but I'm going to go here, so I don't have to, like, risk the stuff that's in the cities. Oh, I guess the foil's already done. Oh yeah, and we're moving through fungus there, so it's really slow. 5 to 5. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore you. Yeah, just go to sleep. There we go.
Complete.
All right, former's done. That's good. We can start improving that. I guess we're gonna start building network nodes because we can't really support more formers. We could do colony pod stuff, but we'll do the network nodes. It's gonna take a while. Maybe it's a mistake, but we've got so many of these artifacts. It would be nice to get the acceleration. It's interesting that the city's working this tile, not this one. I guess because it's got the minerals. Yeah, going to size 3 doesn't really give us anything right now, so I guess working on that tile does make sense. So we'll go and improve that tile. Right, you came here so you get the heal up, which still sounds pretty good. Yeah, I don't want to disembark you yet. I guess it keeps waking up because it's adjacent to the coast. And that's what land units do.
Turn complete.
It's a lot of fungus here. Expansion's going to be hard. Okay, rolling and moist. So I think I do want this to be a 2 food tile, so it's going to need a farm and then not a mine. So even though it's not particularly elevated, we're going to go farm solar panel.
Invalid command.
What?
Invalid command.
Oh, I'm hitting D instead of F. I'm like, no, I'm sure I can build a farm there. It's not rocky. God, it's so slow here. I just don't want to unload it and have it get killed by a worm.
Indigenous.
Of course it is. Okay, but our rovers do have the ability to withdraw, which is kind of nice. All right, I'm going to get you to just chill here.
Indigenous life form.
Of course. Of course. That's why we can't have nice things.
Turn complete.
That's why I'm not exploring with the experienced one. There we go. Now you can unload.
Mineral resources. Turn complete.
I mean, I may as well go for it. It's even odds. It'll be worse if it attacks us. It's not like I can get away from it for the heal. Okay, you've dropped that off, so you're going to come back over here and pop that pod. You're going to chill in the city there. You're going to move this way.
Turn complete.
So you're just going to wait here for now. Okay, farmer's up. So yeah, let's finish with the solar panel and the road, because we may as well. Hello, Santiago. Yeah, I'll trade. It's fine. You're only feeble. You're ambivalent and feeble. I don't think you're going to start a war if I say no here. I would love a treaty of friendship.
Pod recovered.
And we get the Unity rover. It's possible because we've gotten a few units. Our relative military strength is higher than it would normally be at this stage of the game, which is nice. we took that, it would burn it down immediately. And of course, we did sign the Treaty of Friendship. Shit. You know what? We're going to act dishonorably here. I shouldn't have signed the friendship.
Turn complete.
But yeah, it is going to be really nice if we could stop her from gaining some strength. Okay, colony pod done here. Do work on the network node. Yeah, do that. That's another alien artifact. Jeez. Maybe I should just run up here and settle here. Although we are going to be, you know, in a vendetta now. Be great if we could capture mind worms, but we don't have a planet rating. Yeah, come down to the coast. Oh, there we go. Heal. Oh, what do you want to say? Blood truce. Oh, I want to be able to see the map right now. I don't know if there's a quick way to see that. She does have another city, although I can just see it is defended. So yeah, I'll pledge the blood truce here, and then we'll re-friendship. Maybe I'll break it again. I'm gonna have like super low honor, which does affect your diplomacy, but
Turn complete.
the fact that she's been slowed down. Yeah, this rover, it's only one attack.
Turn complete.
It's not going to be too good. And she's just moved another unit in there as well.
Indigenous life form.
Oh, that's very annoying. I'm going to unload that, so if I lose the ship, I don't lose everything. Oh, yeah, and hang on. Purchases here. You have more than 10 in your queue. You don't. But we can get this network node done, which means I should wake up this guy and be ready to move back in. I'm going to move you... Yeah, I'm going to move you this way in case we do lose that Unity pod.
Turn complete.
Or the Unity foil.
I don't know, but I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told. Deidre's got a
Oops.
no. Deidre's got a network no. Likes to press the on switch. Likes to press
I'd like some wonders, but...
dig that crazy guy on witch. Dig that crazy guy on witch. Spartan, barracks, punch. Yes, sir.
We hold life to be sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watch vid. Why then, cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it
Turn
can withstand
complete.
no tempering? Does the sacred brook no improvement? Chairman Shen Jiyang, Dynamics of Mind.
Okay, not enough for the good purchase. Let's send you over here. Yeah, these are my retreated units. I'm gonna move them both towards this one. Oh no, I shouldn't have double moved it. Now it's gonna get attacked, which is not what I wanted. Arg. Okay, let's get some forest growing, and in particular on the arid terrains that we're... Oh shit, that was the wrong unit. You, come over here. Because we're not going to want to farm. Like, really, it's not going to be as valuable. Forest is going to be great for us, so that's going to be the plan. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Yeah, that could have been really annoying. I think both these have already visited a monolith, but we'll send it there anyway. There you go. 10 is in there, so we are going to get the better price. Although I don't have quite enough. So probably next turn.
Turn complete.
Our first challenge
There we
is
go.
to create an entire economic infrastructure from top to bottom out of
Oh, not free
whole
market.
No gradual evolution
Yeah,
from
baby.
previous economic systems is possible because there is no previous economic system. Each interdependent piece must be materialized simultaneously and in perfect working order. Otherwise, the system will crash out before it ever gets off the ground. CEO Nwabuda K. Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Okay, we're going to forest here. Rolling in Aird's not a particularly sexy tile, even when improved. So we'd like to set it to a 1-2-1. We've already got decent food here, 2 food production. We would like another 2 food tile. Probably that's going to happen here, I suspect, with a farm solar panel array. But for now, the forest is going to be quite good because it will give us more production, as well as it spreads on its own. So the earlier you do it, the better efficiency you get. Yeah, we're not making as much money as we used to. Okay, what do I want to do with this? I don't think I want to lose it. It actually would be very convenient for us to be able to keep boating around. And actually, even here, I think what I'm going to want to do is maybe put the probe team on a boat. We should also design a probe foil team, but right now it's about sending a probe into Sparta Command here. And I guess otherwise you're going to do this. And we might just settle right where we are, actually. I think that's fine. We even take advantage of this energy resource later on. Morgan Studios done. You aren't going to need a defensive unit, actually, because you're going to have the what's it called? Battle Ogre. That's pretty good. I will start with a former over here. And yeah, go in here.
Complete.
Force somewhere with a sensor tower would be awfully nice. Just in case there are more worms that found themselves over here.
Insufficient energy.
Yeah, if I make this, it'll finish in 1 turn, so that's going to be perfect. You're going to get... Actually, come here just to spot a little bit first. We are going to want to put mines on the rocky terrain, because that's going to be the ideal spot to put rovers on. Or supply crawlers. I guess I'll move here to the looks like flat arid terrain and build a forest. Network node done. Beautiful. You have 1 defense unit for free. You're currently not supporting anything with minerals, which is nice. I think what we want to do is we want to get a recycling tank in these cities. That's going to represent a huge percentage boost to their production. And then we'll probably go back to some colony spam. These wonders would be nice too, but yeah, I think the recycling tank is going to give us such a huge boost. You're going to pop back in here, giving us a tech.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to our natural experience.
Laser rovers might be able to do impressive things, but I don't know. Oh, the pop dropped here. That probably means they built a colony pod.
Balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
Freaking alien artifacts, man. Why couldn't we get this many? Well, we did get a few on our university run, but it would be nice because universities get free network nodes everywhere, so it would be kind of ideal at the moment. Okay, we don't need another tile improvement by Morgan Collections or Morgan Industries because they're working in good improved tiles right now. Again, I'm going to want to mine the rocky things, but I think right now what I'm going to do is drop some more forest just to hopefully get faster spread. I can't send the alien to somewhere that's already popped an alien artifact because it's only once per node, but I'm still going to send it towards the city for safety.
Turn complete. Drone riot.
Drone riots? Do I not have... Oh, that's right. It got a little bit toggled off. There we go. You'll be fine. But yeah, we lose a turn of production because of the drone riots here. That's really annoying. I forgot it wasn't on automatic. This place is, though, right? Yeah. It's because I manually done a little bit of clicking. Okay, forest that. Again, we'll play the game. How many times the quill say farm instead of forest? I mean, farms are the normal thing that you usually build with your improvements. That's why I have that in my head. Alright, former's done here. That's great. Now, I think the thing to do for you, actually, is to get the recycling tank going on to accelerate your production. And currently you're working that tile. Yeah, because it does produce a mineral. Although I think the thing to do is I'm going to come here and build a forest, which is... Forest builds really fast.
Turn complete.
And it's going to give us a 1-2-1 tile, which is going to be better than 1-1. Like, I could improve this tile, but I may as well just build a forest here and work on that. Wait. I thought I already...
This network...
Yeah, I was going to say, I already linked something over here. I'm pretty sure... Like, have I been wrong this whole time? Like, no. You can only have one per. in preparation for a supply crawler, I will start some mines on these rocky areas. Rocky areas with a mine and a road actually can produce, I believe, 4 minerals. Now, right now, we are capped at 2, but it's still going to be the ideal spot to send our rovers early on. So I'm just going to Control-Shift-M, which would be farm mine road, but we can't build a farm on that terrain, so it just ignores that. I'm wondering about parking this guy somewhere. Like, settling here wouldn't be too bad. We don't want to settle on these minerals because we'd prefer just working them properly with a mine that would... Well, actually, what's the base tile here? It's pretty crap, actually. Because tiles with the special resource do let you ignore the cap. So we would be able to go above 2 minerals per tile right now, but we actually can't. Because it'll get +2 from the mineral resources. I guess we could build a mine on this, and on this train, the mine would just add 1 extra. So it'd be a 3 mineral tile, but we may as well just build... And at some point, the minerals will go away, and no matter what, we get the 2 minerals from this. So I think it is going to end up being solar panel farm. You know what? I think I will go here, guard this area. Actually, I'll probably stand there.
Turn complete. Indigenous life
Okay,
form.
we're going to try to attack this guy, so we'll get the attacking advantage. Great. Now I'm going to have to heal you, that's for sure.
Bot recovered.
Ooh, earthquake.
Turn
It actually raised the
complete.
terrain, which is going to be pretty nice. That unit is hurt, our little rover, so we really don't want to fight any aliens, but...
Terraform complete.
Okay, I don't have much money for rushing. But that's going to be
Request
worthwhile. And
confirmation.
again, you can overflow by up to 10 here, so
Request confirmation.
overkilling this is going to be okay. And probe team in turn, yeah, that's groovy.
Bot recovered.
Xenofungal bloom. Yeah, I don't really want to fight that. I will go in.
Indigenous life form.
This actually should be fine. We can't actually escape the range of that that bombardment worm. The spore launcher. So we may as well kill it because it doesn't actually have very good defense. Probe team done. Now, I do want to build... I may as well design it. Oh, I don't actually have the sea stuff. Never mind. I got confused because I had the little ships. But no, I don't have the ability to build the foil. So I can't do probe foil teams anyway. They do make fairly decent scouts because they're kind of hidden. And then you start doing espionage against all coastal cities. But I guess that's going to be fine. Let's get you a recycling tank. And then we'll probably go
It is every
into
citizen's
colony
final
pod
duty
spam.
to go into the tanks
We could use it.
and to
You know what?
become one with all the people.
Let's get a little bit of
Children
defense
down.
for some escorting.
Ethics.
So you're going to get on this boat. And this boat's just going to go and drop you off here, so you don't have to do quite as much walking. We may as well pop this.
Turn
I mean, it might lead to something bad.
Production complete.
But honestly, you might die on the way home anyway, so let's do that. Okay, you've got the scout patrol. Great. Now build me a colony pod. What I'm going to do with the scout patrol is I'm just going to stand here, and then the colony pod will end up going through that area.
Turn complete.
212. It's actually a little scary. They could definitely take this. I don't know if the AI will break the Treaty of Friendship, although I did, so they might be like, well, this guy's dishonorable anyway, so why not, right? This is over 1,000 meters. It's going to be a fine place, I think, for solar panel farm. So let's just do that. It'll give us another 2 food tile, which is going to be helpful. I mean, it probably would have adjusted this anyway, but maybe I'll make a little change here. Tempted to do a hurry, but I can't. Okay, he's just exploring around.
Short-haul pressure mines 100 kilometers beneath planet's surface. At the Mohorovičić discontinuity, where crust gives way to mantle, temperatures often reach levels well in excess of 1,000 degrees Celsius. Exploitation of planet's resources under such brutal conditions has required quantum advances in robotic and teleoperational technology. Morgan Industries Limited, Annual Report.
Insufficient energy.
Okay. Before we actually get into colony pod spam, if we can get, at this point, just even one crawler, just on one of these mines, we're going to get a huge boost to our tech or production outputs. Freaking another xenofungal boom? That's annoying.
Turn complete. Resource shortfall.
Oh. You are low on nutrients, that's true. Oh. But no, don't... Here, do this. There we go. Now you have enough food, and you're doing that. I don't know, the auto assignment of things didn't work out properly. There you go. Enough food to support yourself. Thank you. Yeah, just chill here for now. And you... Let's see if you can make your way over here without dying. You're going to unload. I'm going to wait here. If we end up adjacent to the tile, they can attack us. Although they might not with friendship. So, okay. Obviously, we want research data, but we should infiltrate the data links one time first. It'll give us great vision over everything they're doing. So they have a population of 4. Okay.
Probe team compromised.
Oh, got lot. That's annoying. We want them to survive. They gain levels, they get better, and then, of course, we can reuse them without building them. You can generally only spy on each city one time without too much of a penalty, although infiltrating data links, I don't believe counts as part of that. I think the infiltrate data links, or first of all, always succeeds to do the infiltration. I think there's clearly a chance that you lose it, but I don't know if you ever get in trouble for it, as opposed to the other activities, because, like, when you do, when you try to do a text deal, for example, it does actually tell you, like, what your chances are. Okay, that graphic went away. I don't know if there's a way to, like, force the cycle. Oh, yeah, by clicking. So we're the Morganites over here, and these are the Spartans. So I think hitting their city really impacted their growth. Spartans and Believers can sometimes snowball like crazy sauce. I'm actually happy that they're not, because they're the biggest candidates for, like, early elimination of some of our opposition. Guys seem to be doing okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here at the end of our first episode on this Let's Play. Hopefully, on our high difficulty, we're going to be doing kind of okay. I am really anxious to spam out a ton of colony ships. It's always a thing, right? You want to get as much efficiency to production as early as possible, right? I want to get the recycling tanks. I want to get the supply crawlers so we produce faster, so we can build colony pods faster. On the other hand, the other alternative is, let's just spam out colony pods right away so that we get the benefits of the colonies earlier. I think this is going to be fine. I think it's actually going to be quite good for us to get those down, especially if I want to get more defensive units out here to scout, spot fungus, kill it. We're going to need the supply here, or the minerals here, so that we can afford going over our free supply of a whole one. On the bright side, though, we are running wealth now, so we are getting +1 energy in every tile. That includes the center tile over here. I think we're still limited, actually, now that I think about it, to 2 overall, except in our center tiles here, which is interesting. I would have thought maybe the +1 from social engineering would go above and beyond it. Still, it is still going to be handy. Anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.